How's it going, everybody? Benny here with you once again, going through Galatians. We're on chapter 4 now. Let's go ahead and jump in. If you have not read this chapter already, go ahead and read it on your own because there's so much to get out of this chapter. There's a lot going on. And what we know, what we've gathered from this book so far, is Paul is writing to the Galatians about the gospel specifically, and how it's trustworthy, and he's defending it on so many different levels. So this is a great book if you're asking questions about the gospel and how it can be trustworthy, right? So Paul is giving so many good explanations left and right. So to start off with this chapter, he goes on talking about sons and heirs. That's us, right? We talked about that yesterday. So sons and heirs, which is us. He also talks about some fears from the church. In specifically, the two verses I want to look at are verses 15 and 16. Let's read it and then we'll talk about it. Verse 15, he's talking about, when I was with you, I was a blessing to you, not because of me, because I was sick, but because of the message I gave to you, right? And he even says, which is really interesting, what was the blessing you enjoyed? For I bear you witness that if possible you would have plucked out your own eyes and given them to me. So that's pretty intense. All right, and then he goes on to say in verse 16, I have therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. So like I said, they were so in love with Paul because of the message of the good news of the gospel that he preached to them, even though he came to them sick and he couldn't really do much, right? So they were very thankful for Paul, and once again he comes at them saying, look, have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And I would encourage you to read this whole chapter because he then talks about the covenants, and yeah, this is just, like I said, a really intense chapter with a lot going on, so read it for yourselves. Thanks for tuning in, guys.